So last month, I made some big life purchases. Bought a new set of socks. Bought a new metal detector, the Minelab Equinox 600. Fortunately, I went to Target and I bought the socks first. You see, buying socks is an excellent exercise in determining value. It's a part of the wardrobe that nobody sees, but think of Forrest Gump. It's crucial. You gotta have comfortable feet. Now, I swear I'm going somewhere metal detecting related with this, but what do I value in socks? Number one, above everything else, is comfort. So, when I bought my socks, I had to separate the marketing, also known as the art of shaping your thoughts before and after that you make a purchase, from the facts. How do you do that? You look at the ingredients. Exhibit A, Hanes Premium Cool Comfort Socks. Oh man, that sounds good. That's gonna be like walking on air, right? Wrong. It is 98% polyester. Maybe that's why Target puts men swear signs on the roof. I mean, your feet will be so hot that you're gonna want to drop an F-bomb. What I wound up doing was arguably a financial miracle. I took the cheapest pair of socks there, but got the best value. These ones had the most cotton in them. I learned about cotton through trying on many pairs of clothes in my life. I learned about metal detectors through trying many different metal detectors over the last 7 years of my life. But that's the important factor in this, trying. I'm not an engineer, and I really couldn't tell you what the different technological differences were between various detectors. But what I could do is try them, take all of the experience that I have using detectors, and try to find stuff with it. That's even better than knowing and identifying ingredients. So this story starts with me switching detectors with Jonathan Mejia from the Detecting Zone. From the second that I put my hands on the Equinox 600, I knew I needed that detector. So I arguably rushed and made a purchase. But let's see how I do. This video documents my first week with the Equinox 600. I was dying to use it. We were going to do some evening detecting, and that's really nice, especially in the summertime, because you don't have to worry about the sun beating down on you, and it's just so relaxing. You see the stars come out. So that's what we did. All right, so met up with the gents. Here's Lou, there's Robert, and there's Jonathan. All right, we are firing this thing up for the first time. And what was going through my mind at that very moment? To be honest, My Little Pony. No, I'm being totally honest. It was the marketing that was going through my head. They have the multi-IQ technology, and they've got this rainbow that goes across the symbol for it. And I mean, it's a good visual. It's meant to represent the multiple frequencies that the detector uses. No, but I'm just picturing them saving the day and, like, farting rainbows. I mean, it's a popular detector. If you have one, maybe the next time you go out with it, you're gonna have the same visual. You're welcome. Looks good. All right, ground balance, noise cancel. I don't got it. And let's go find Jonathan. 2 minutes later. Hey, okay,
I
so.
got you. What you need?
Thank you, sir.
So right now you're in park. You need to be on beach. So
Okay.
we'll push this button a few times. We'll put you on beach 2.
Yep.
Beach 1 is more for the dry sand.
Okay.
And then when you're like first using it, when you first turn it on, you
Yep.
push the settings, and this is noise cancel. You want to do that so it doesn't false too much.
So this and then this.
Yeah, basically you gotta have to make sure that basically the signal is above noise cancel.
Right.
And then you click check. And then, you know, if you want to, hold on, the ground balance is 0, that's fine. The volume, if you want to set it higher, you can do that.
Yeah, let's set it higher.
The highest is 25. So up here, the plus and minus.
Okay.
The plus all the way up to 25. Perfect. This is the threshold level, that's fine, 0. Tones, it's 5. I used it on 2, basically don't dig or dig. But 5, you could get used to that really easy.
Put it on 2. I loved what it was the other day.
2? Okay.
Yep.
This is fine. That's accept, reject. That means that it's not going to get any iron. You're not going to hear it. Recovery speed 3. That's the fastest. You're set. You're good to go. And then next time when you turn it on, it's going to remember these settings under Beach 2. So
sweet. Thank you.
Put it on Beach 2 and then noise cancel always.
This is why you make friends with smart people. After that, I was off to the races.
All right, first signal. Got a dime. Too easy. This thing just made a crater. Got this at like 8, 9 inches. Quarter. Beautiful Coney Island.
All right, enough with the artsy YouTube director nonsense. That night, I hit my first hot streak.
8.
8? Yeah, that could be gold. Gold is like 14 karat normally rings up from 9 to 10. I'm trying to see the class. It might be 10K actually. You know what? I have a really powerful flashlight on my phone. So long as I don't drop it, we're good. Whoa. The light of...
Just got a bracelet.
I'm coming. Let me bring out the light of God.
The light of God.
Ooh, that's a bracelet or a bangle?
I don't know. Bengale's a tiger, I think.
Ooh, that looks like a wrist bangle.
It's a wrist bangle.
Yeah, let's see. Probably for a kid. No markings, nah, it's probably stainless steel.
Womp, womp, womp.
Elephants, it's always elephants, man.
Yeah, man, I've been getting a lot of elephants. I'm Ringo.
The bangle, the freaking...
I'm Ringo, yo.
Oh my god.
I don't think it's gold, though. This ring up is silver.
Really?
Yeah, I think this is...
Let's see if it's silver.
I think it's 925.
Let's see. I'm going to clean off the...
This ring up actually is 32.
32 is silver range, yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be 925.
I'm looking for it. Ooh, yep, right there, 925.
Yeah. I just got... Yes, please.
Hey, I found the Jesus hands. You want me to put them together?
Yeah.
Whew. All right.
You want to use your golden eyesight?
Yes.
This ring up is a 3.
Oh, nah. It's too low. Stainless steel rings up in that range.
Okay.
But not gold. Not usually. Yeah, it's not. To be honest, the hands ring up the same way.
Gotcha. All right. I'll take it.
Yeah. Jesus.
It is Jesus. I love this machine. It's a lot less awkward than when I used the Anfibio the first time.
Oh, really? Oh, look at that.
What the?
Is that a Pandora bracelet?
I don't know.
Let's see. Yeah, it's like a Pandora type of bracelet.
Whoa.
Silver. And you get the charms. These charms are like almost 30 and up.
Whoa, cool.
Jonathan, check it out. It's like a Pandora. It might be an ankle bracelet too. Pandora bracelet. What?
I think there's another side to it too.
Oh, hold on. It says something. It says, oh. Is it Pandora? Hold on.
Oh yeah, the light. Let me.
yeah, D-R-A. Yeah.
Pandora.
Yeah. I saw the A-N-D-R-A over here at the end.
This rang up like a pull tab.
That's awesome.
At $25 a charm, it should be.
Or more. Depending on what it is.
It's got a chain that's like wrapping.
I've never seen that before.
Connected, yeah. That's amazing. That's a beautiful find, Merrill.
Wow.
Nice.
This is a nice night number 1 with this thing.
And then...
We just got kicked off the beach by the police.
So the theme of this video is, what are my takeaways after 1 week of use of the Equinox 600? And it gave me a lot to think about. And I went to a lot of places this week. After I left Coney Island, I went to Orchard Beach. Did really well there. I got another ring and a bunch of earrings on that day. Then I went back to Coney Island again, and I spent the day there with the batteries a little bit lower than optimal levels, and learned something from that. But the rest of this video is going to take place at Jones Beach, because this is where I really put my thoughts together. And what are 10 takeaways that I had of using the machine? Something that you can learn from as an audience, perhaps if you're thinking about buying an Equinox, or if you have it already. So these are my thoughts on the Equinox after 1 week of use. Observation number 1. Out of all of the detectors that I have owned, which have included the Garrett AT Pro, the Minelab Safari, the Nokta Makro Anfibio Multi, the White's Beach Hunter 300, this one is the best at picking up small objects. We're talking about small earrings, little pieces that the other detectors have missed. It is absolutely spectacular at doing that. So that's observation 1.
Okay, point 2 is that the pinpointing sucks on this.
Ooh, bet you didn't hear that coming.
So I have a target here, probably a quarter. Seems to be right here. I'm certainly not going to mess up on purpose. Yep, I have this in my scoop. But for something that is a little bit lower down and not surface, you're gonna struggle a little bit to accurately pinpoint it. I suppose you could say that with all detectors, but this one especially, I really struggled to pinpoint. Right on cue, here's a signal that I'm struggling to pinpoint. All right, so top of bars right here. I did that last time. But now it's saying that it's in the middle. I think I see it. Yep, I see it. Earring. But remember, it was back here. By the way, short aside, look at the delicious beach erosion that we have here. Quarter. Oh my God. So next thing I'll tell you is this machine is deep. This is, oh my God.
She doesn't like to be criticized.
Next observation, and this is really crucial for users of the Equinox. This works best when it is fully charged. I gave up. I used it at Coney yesterday, and I must have given up a few inches and a whole lot of sensitivity. It works best when it is fully charged. I'm noticing the difference today. So make sure that you charge it the night before. It was down to 2 and then 1 bars. It was not the same machine. As you can see, I have hit a nice patch right over in here. So I'm gonna walk slowly around it. Green penny, this tells me that older stuff is washing in. This was clearly exposed for a very long period of time. And that combined with the beach erosion that you could see tells me that this is a day that could shape up to be really good. My next observation is that you don't have to hit it necessarily straight on to know that you have a target. You could miss a little bit, and it leaves, because it's such a sensitive machine, it leaves you that margin for error. that if you miss a little bit, you still hear the beep and you go back and check. Again, I'm back to the old point. I'm struggling to really pinpoint this. Something's here. But again, it's a quiet machine, and being that it's a quiet machine, it enables that to be a good thing. So even though I'm struggling to pinpoint this, there we go. Even though I'm struggling to pinpoint this, hearing a beep out of the blue instead of a beep every other second, which the Nokta Makro did, I mean, it caught everything. It wound up helping. Next observation, when the Nokta Makro found a deep signal, which is what it is famous for, now here's probably another quarter, when it found a deep signal, it would sometimes, or actually most of the time, not register on the target ID. And I like that this one, pretty much if you hear a beep, it registers something. It takes an educated guess. Sometimes when you're far away from the signal, I've had it turn into an iron signal. So you get a bottle cap that's all sorts of different metals that are in there, and it's rusting and it's throwing it off. This one is a little bit different in that, here we go, quarter. It'll take a guess, and then when you get closer, then you get the verified signal. Nokta Makro, far away, you hear the beep, you know, you see it on the control panel, but it's just, it was confusing to me, and I wouldn't want to take, I like that it takes an educated guess on the target ID when it's a deep signal. I got a teachable moment for my next observation. This detector's a lot better with coins on its side. So as you can see right down here, we have, where'd it go? Here we go. A quarter that was on its side. I'm putting it back. Still reads it very well. And I'm like up now. Even at a distance, it does really well with that. I wear size 12 shoes, by the way. I just got a zinc penny at about, I'd say 10 inches down. So if you're worried about depth, if you think other detectors give you more depth, which might be the case, it comes at a cost. And I think all around, this is your best bet. I, of course, am not connected with Minelab in any way. I'm not sponsored by anybody. So I just really impressed. Right away, this is such an intuitive detector. Quarter at a foot down. This is a great detector. That's a full flip-flop. Got this. We have number 2, kind of. I thought this was a ring, but this is more of an earring. This one might be nicer. Cool. This is heavy. This one gave me a mixed signal. It was about 8 inches down.
Observation number 8 is I am definitely seeing that the target ID is reliable, and you can see patterns with it. Now, you know that you could trust it enough, and this is after digging probably about 500 signals. You know that a 16 is most probably going to be a bottle cap. A 12 or 13, you want to dig that. That's a nickel. A pull tab is a little bit higher. It's 13, 14, quarter, 28 through 30. A zinc penny is 21. And you get these consistencies with the signal. And then you hit the pinpoint button, and it makes a sound, and you could kind of see how big it is. And it gives you enough information that you could use your inference skills. Like if you see something that's really odd, like I just did with that ring, oh, you want to dig that. This one was all over the place. It was flashing gold range. It was flashing silver range. I'm like, what is this? Could this be a chain? It sounded big. I dug it. So the consistencies of the signals help you identify inconsistencies. and that helps you choose to dig.
Well, here we go again. Got a nice little ring here. This is a great machine, and you know, I got great beach conditions, so one has to help the other, you know? Like, you can't pull anything with any machine if the beach doesn't give you the conditions. This is pretty spectacular. All right, I sense that you know there's no buyer's regret here, but take a look at this. This is the plug, that thing with the plus sign. That's the plug for the headphones. In one way, I like that I could plug in the stereo jack to the headphones because I lose things, and wireless headphones, you know, that's why I went with the 600. Having that said, you basically can get it wet and ruin your machine, and that makes me nervous to ever unloosen that cap. Being so close to the waves now, you kind of need that those headphones, I feel. So I guess if I was going to do it over, I would get the 800, but knowing myself, I probably wouldn't use the headphones too much. I'd probably just deal with it like I am now and work on my hearing. But just food for thought, because when you do get close to the waves, even at the highest volume setting, it's kind of soft. Look at what I just found, a foot down. Holy cow. Oh my God. That was this far down. That's 13 inches. This thing makes craters. Unbelievable.
Observation number 9. In terms of depth, in terms of digging deep signals, this is the equal to the Nokta. Yes, I dug up a 16-inch signal with the Nokta. I get it. I posted a video on that. This wasn't quite 16 inches, but this is a much smaller item. To be able to pick out a ring that small in that deep of a signal, it leads me to believe that this can go even deeper. And keep in mind, this is on a beach where you get a lot more interference than in a park.
So just quick note aside, why am I getting all of these rings today? And the reason why, look at the cut on the beach. Look at the cliff that formed right over there and all the way down the beach. This is a lower section of the beach. It had fallen down and it was cut out. And now that I have a detector that can dig deeper, I can sense these things. Okay, now we're going for the record. This is the 4th ring today. My record is 5. It was also with a Minelab. This rings up as silver. See a little copper in it. But yeah, my record is with my Minelab Safari, 5 rings. This is a day just like last time. Let's see what we can do. I mean, I already have the 5 if you count that A-ring. Yeah, so now look at the patch that happened here. Look at all those digs that you see. This is where I start gridding. Now that I know that I've got a really good patch, I'm going to walk down the beach in both directions and back and forth, very tight manner. And on a day like today, you dig anything and everything that beeps. Doesn't matter. Number 5, that ties a record. My next observation is that I figured out how to ground balance and noise cancel without reading the instructions. I don't know how many people else would be able to do that. The reason I'm able to do it was because I'm familiar with Minelab. It's intuitive to me, but because I've used it, but it might not be as intuitive to everybody. And it is a more difficult process than, say, on my Safari.
But Merrill, what about that Nokta in your trunk? Do you still use it? Yep, sure do.
Okay, 925 earring. I'll take it. Got another huge earring. Well, first real treasure of the day. I found a silver chain. That's pretty cool. Compass. Well, just got another ring. This is 925, I'm sure. It's kind of cool. Looks like a flower.
But Merrill, you're finding great stuff with the Nokta. Why are you so anti-Nokta on the beach?
All right, so here's the big difference that I see between the Minelab and the Nokta. So listen to her sing to herself here. There's a difference between the chatter and when there's an actual signal. This one I think is a penny. But let's see. It sure is. Now here's the problem. These are all falses. And just so you can see, I turned down the gain 58. Let's go even lower. Let's go to 50. The lower that you lower the gain, the less depth that you get. I have it in beach mode. Let me select that. I'm going to ground balance one more time. Just as chatty. Now this is, we're at low tide. This was the area where I was finding all of the small targets on the Equinox 600 the other day. And I don't know, I'm not getting anything that's similar to that. I, of course, had to turn down the gain on my detector and had to re-ground balance several times while in beach mode. And this thing is so chatty, maybe it is picking up those signals, but it's like crying wolf. You don't know which one is real, which one is not. Now here's the thing, I just found this. This barely picked it up. Watch this. Well, it did. Maybe I went over the chain and it just kind of skipped around. Might have gold here, I don't know. Kind of rung up a little bit higher than that, but I'll have to check when I get home. Cool, I'm excited about this one. Okay, we have a problem. Look here. Look what I just found, but watch this. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now, my guess on why that happened, I saw this with my eyes, by the way. My guess on why this happened is the inside is iron, and I have the iron notched out. But I didn't need to do all of this anti-chirping stuff when I used the Equinox. So this is, yeah, it's a junk earring, but it's a clue as to which detector is better. Again, take a look at this. Nothing. When I swing fast, it gets a little bit, but I have it notched out. All right, just so you see, it's definitely metallic. It's setting my pinpointer off. All right, so we got the Equinox here, and we are going to try the same thing. Reads it perfectly. Now, I have no doubt that there is a setting on this machine that I am forgetting about. It is a highly capable machine, as you just saw, but it's tough to find. Now, there's more learning that I have to do with this. That's clear, but in terms of being an intuitive machine and easy to use, I go there. All right, so here is what I got over the last week. And I'm going to show you close-ups in a moment. This is the change. I would say this is more than 1 week. I would say we're up to close to $30 about right now. So here's some close-ups. The chains were silver. I couldn't get a reading on the bottom of the chain. That ring was nothing special, neither was that one. No engravings on either one. This one was 925, and here's a close-up of the face of it. Now, the thing that was throwing off the Nokta, that has an engraving. I don't know if that means that it's gold or not, but it was a legit ring. So this one turned out to be Tiffany's 925 silver earring. The cross, I'm guessing stainless steel, like Jonathan said, no engraving. This is a junk ring. You see it rusting there. This one was 925. This is the flower ring. That is the earring. It might have possible gold. It's definitely 925 silver. This one, no engravings whatsoever, but it's got some weight to it. This also has an engraving on it. I think that says 925. This is the Pandora charm, and that's real. This one, no engraving. That would have been nice if that was a real diamond, but it's not. This is the top of the flower ring, and this ring had no engraving whatsoever, and this one was stainless steel. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, please hit that thumbs up and perhaps the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.